Here is the truth about the 2026 Explorer. Pros that will blow your mind and fatal cons you absolutely must know before signing any paperwork. If you're shopping for a 3-row SUV, this breakdown is going to save you from a costly mistake. Most reviewers will praise the Explorer's powerful engines and tech features, but they won't warn you about the cramped third row and cheap interior materials that could make you regret this purchase every single day. Let's take a closer look. Let's jump straight into what the Explorer is getting right, starting from number 3 and working our way to the top. Number 3, capable powertrain options. Picture this. You're merging onto a packed highway with a full load of passengers and cargo. Traffic is flying at 75 miles per hour and your acceleration lane is running out fast. Most 3-row SUVs in this moment feel sluggish and stressed, forcing you to floor the pedal and pray while the engine winds its way up to speed. That's exactly why Ford's powertrain choices are turning heads. The base turbocharged 2.3-liter 4-cylinder pumps out 300 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. These numbers transform those scary merge situations into effortless maneuvers. You're hitting 60 miles per hour in around 6 seconds flat, leaving the V6-equipped Honda Pilot struggling to keep pace. But here's where it gets wild. The optional twin-turbocharged 3.0-liter V6 delivers 400 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. It launches the Explorer ST from 0 to 60 in just 5.1 seconds. That's sports car territory in a 3-row family SUV. Passing on 2-lane roads becomes a one-pedal affair because all that torque arrives instantly. And the kicker? Despite this performance, fuel economy stays competitive. The 4-cylinder delivers up to 24 miles per gallon combined, while the V6 still manages 20 miles per gallon combined. All that power is impressive, but it's completely wasted if you can't take the Explorer beyond pavement, which is exactly why the new Tremor package is changing the game. Number 2, Tremor off-road expertise. Here's a scenario that happens more than you'd think. You're heading to a remote camping spot, the pavement ends, and suddenly that washboard dirt road is turning into something more serious. Ruts are getting deeper, rocks are appearing, and you're wondering if your crossover is about to become a very expensive paperweight that needs a tow truck. Most 3-row SUVs force you to turn around right here because they're built for mall parking lots, not actual exploring. Ford created the 2026 Explorer Tremor to fix this. The suspension rides an inch higher, pushing ground clearance to 8.7 inches. So you're clearing obstacles that would scrape lesser SUVs. 3 steel skid plates protect the vulnerable underbelly from rock strikes, while the rear axle gets a Torsen limited slip differential that shuttles power to whichever wheel has traction. Proper 265/65R-18 all-terrain tires replace those street-oriented rubber bands, giving you bite on loose surfaces instead of just looking tough. The clever part? A front-facing camera displays on the center screen in trail mode, showing you what's ahead over blind crests so you're not driving into the unknown. Functional tow hooks up front give you recovery points when things go sideways. And if you option the 400 horsepower twin turbo V6, you're getting an off-roader that also smokes traffic on the highway drive home. Now, off-road capability is great, but if you think that's exciting, wait until you see how Ford is redefining what tech should look like in a family SUV. Number 1, tech-loaded cabin. Think about the last time you struggled with a car's infotainment system, tapping unresponsive screens, hunting through illogical menus, waiting for laggy responses while traffic piles up behind you, or trying to charge everyone's devices on a road trip only to discover there aren't enough USB ports, and someone's phone is dying right when you need navigation. Ford crushed these pain points. Every trim gets a massive 13.2-inch landscape touchscreen paired with a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, and both screens respond instantly to inputs. The Google-based software feels intuitive. Google Maps handles navigation natively, while Google Assistant voice controls actually understand what you're saying. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, so your phone connects the moment you climb in. But the real win? USB ports everywhere. 6 ports come standard with 8 total available, meaning everyone's devices stay charged on long trips. There are charging spots up front, in the second row, and even back in the third row, where most automakers forget passengers exist. Then there's Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving. On long interstate slogs where fatigue sets in, Blue Cruise takes over steering, lane changes, and speed control on mapped highways. It's checking for gaps, passing slower cars, then returning to the right lane, all while your hands are off the wheel and stress melts away. Now, let's flip the script and talk about where the Explorer is falling short. Here are the cons that might make you reconsider. Number 3, cramped third row. Imagine this. You've got visiting family in town, everyone piles into your 3-row SUV for a day trip, and the adults unlucky enough to draw third-row duty are immediately regretting it. Their knees are jammed up toward their chests, and within 20 minutes, they're squirming uncomfortably, asking, "Are we there yet?" That's the Explorer's fatal flaw. Despite exterior dimensions stretching nearly 199 inches long, that third row feels like an afterthought designed for children under 12 and nobody else. The seat cushion sits too close to the floor, forcing an uncomfortable crouch that gets painful fast. There's barely any legroom even when you slide the second row forward, and doing that just compromises second row comfort for third row tolerability. Access to the way back requires athletic flexibility too. Competitors like the Volkswagen Atlas, Chevrolet Traverse, and Subaru Ascent make getting back there significantly easier. The second row isn't innocent either. Captain's chairs lack adequate bolstering, and cushioning feels thin compared to what Kia, Hyundai, and Toyota provide. The cargo area suffers from the same syndrome. 16.3 cubic feet behind the third row trails the Traverse's 23 cubic feet, so the seating situation is problematic. But even if you're only using the first 2 rows, there's another issue that's going to wear you down on every single drive. Number 2, forgettable ride quality. Here's what nobody tells you about sporty SUVs. That firm suspension tuning that feels sharp on smooth roads turns into a liability the moment you hit real-world pavement. Expansion joints jar through the chassis, potholes send thuds reverberating, and what was supposed to be engaging driving just becomes exhausting on your daily commute. The Explorer misses this mark. The ST model, with its sport-tuned suspension rides much firmer than most family SUV shoppers are going to appreciate. You're feeling every pavement imperfection, and around town on broken roads, it's jostling passengers more than necessary. Even the standard suspension isn't delivering the ride quality you're getting from the Mazda CX-90, Hyundai Palisade, or Kia Telluride. The Tremor's all-terrain tires create another issue. They add noticeable road noise at highway speeds, a constant drone that gets tiring on long drives. And the engine auto start-stop system? It's sluggish when restarting after every stoplight, creating an annoying delay that breaks the flow of driving. And if you think the bumpy ride is bad, wait until you discover what Ford is asking you to live with every time you touch the interior. Number 1, below average interior quality. Here is the Explorer's biggest letdown. From a distance, the dashboard looks reasonably attractive, but get closer, start touching surfaces, and the illusion crumbles fast. Hard, cheap-feeling plastics dominate the lower door panels, center console areas, and dashboard edges. Even in the $56,000 Explorer ST, you're finding materials that feel like they belong in a base model economy car. Compare this to what Hyundai and Kia deliver in the Palisade and Telluride at similar price points, and the Explorer feels a generation behind. Those Korean rivals wrap surfaces in soft-touch materials, use higher-quality leather, and add thoughtful details that make the cabins feel genuinely premium. The Mazda CX-90 is absolutely embarrassing the Explorer with its sophisticated material selection. The seats compound the disappointment. Front seats lack the supportiveness and cushioning you'd expect at this price. Build quality raises concerns too. Panel gaps that catch your eye, trim pieces that don't fit flush, and an overall sense that assembly quality is inconsistent. What's particularly frustrating? Ford clearly knows how to build premium interiors. The Lincoln Aviator using the same platform feels significantly more upscale. So there you have it. The 2026 Ford Explorer is a tale of 2 completely different SUVs living under one badge. If you're looking for thrilling powertrains, genuine off-road capability with a Tremor package, and cutting-edge tech that actually works, the Explorer delivers in ways most 3-row SUVs can't touch. But if you need legitimate third-row space for adults, a comfortable ride for daily commuting, or premium materials that match the premium price tag, this Ford is going to disappoint you. The bottom line? The Explorer works brilliantly as a 2-row performance SUV with adventure potential, but as a true 3-row family hauler competing against the Palisade, Telluride, and CX-90, it's falling short where it matters most. Other 3-row SUVs aren't much different, and they also give a mix of strengths and disappointments. The Kia Sorento is a perfect example, and you can check it out in our next video. It may be affordable and loaded with features, but its tight cabin and firm ride make it anything but an ideal family hauler.